Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. As the title of the video suggests, today we'll be starting a new series along the track of finding out what happened with Red Bull. Since 2019, they've had a shift of drivers running in from the likes of Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon, the likes of Checo Perez, before they shifted Tsunoda early on in the 2025 season. Shift to Lawson, I mean, before Tsunoda came. Now, the reason I want to go all the way back is the last time Red Bull had a stable duo partnership was when Max Verstappen was with Danny Ricciardo. And much as you can make a statement with Checo Perez staying as long as he did, I believe something happened when that rift occurred to the point that Danny Ricciardo tried to come back and it never worked out. So what we're going to be doing this time round is starting a career from the F2 part, probably a prologue of it, and then starting the 2019 season as Max Verstappen's teammate and seeing how well we're going to do as the Red Bull driver before it became the cursed seat. So yeah, sit back, relax, see how this goes.
In F1 2019, you'll be invited to start your career by selecting a Formula 2 team. Driving for this team, you'll experience some key moments of a Formula 2 season, a thrill-packed racing championship in its own right, and the springboard to Formula 1. At the end of this feeder series, your choice of driver academy and your performance in F2 will determine the terms of the contracts offered by the teams as you embark upon your career in Formula 1 and begin to write your own chapter of motorsport history.
Now, as our prologue suggested, we're gonna be Prema racing drivers from the Red Bull Academy. And then for career options, since I've never raced in a Formula 2 setting, I believe the last time I did it was when 2019 was a new game, I'm gonna leave the AI difficulty at 60 for now and then bump it up when I go back to using cars that I'm used to. Qualifying is gonna be short cross distance 50%. Assist is gonna be on elite. Safety car is gonna be on manual race starts. I'm just gonna give press interview time. Yeah, I'm gonna extend them. Talk to the press a lot more and get some more information from them. And yeah, with all that said and done, let's jump in.
Prema's new driver really commanding the race here. Devon Butler still ruthlessly giving chase. These two have been really scrapping it out for the early wins in the championship. And something's wrong. Butler sees his chance. Some kind of mechanical failure. Picking up speed again. It's unclear what the issue was. Can they still finish this race?
Looks like an issue with the turbo. You've lost some speed at the top end, but you're very close to the finish. You can still compete and get some points here. Don't give up. Just do the best you can. We're all behind you.
Too hard on the brakes there.
Your teammate is approaching and wants to get past. Repeat, Lucas wants to pass you.
I'm gonna let Lucas Weber pass me by here. Let him go on the outside.
That's great. Lucas can push on now. Lucas wants me to pass on his thanks. I know it's frustrating, but you made the right call for the team. Now we're all with you. Just bring it home as best you can.
I want to see if I can catch back up to Lucas and take the position back, but if not, this position 6 might be a good place for us. One would think that since the F2 cars are slower, they'd have an easier time braking, but it's quite the opposite. Gonna have to go lower on the brakes to actually feel the grip and tension in this car. You have to start braking early. I'm getting so many lockups. I was hoping I'd only be less than a second, but I took too much time on that chicane. We're tucking underneath such a camera. We take that position back. See if I can get it back, get 6th back from Giotto. Left the track and lost some
This is your
advantage
final
there.
lap. Final lap of the race.
I think I'm gonna settle for 7. Yes, of course. If there is a chance to take this 6 from Giotto, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it on this straight. DRS, it should be an easy pass.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Then again, the lock up there. And there. This time I'm not gonna let him through. Without a fight. I'll take the inside of that chicane. And the apex of that one. And this way, fight back to 6th place and take as many points as we can.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
A great win then for the Prema team today. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
I think what won them the race was their ability to adapt. At every point, they delivered what was needed. They were calm and steady when they needed to be, but they were ruthless and aggressive when it was demanded of them. There wasn't anything out there that they weren't prepared to handle. Let's see if they can keep it up this season.
It looks like it's time for the victory ceremony once again, as I can see the drivers beginning to make their way out for the celebrations. You can see it on their faces. It's another marvellous team win for Prema today. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It was not the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
My driver of the day was Alessio Lorandi. He did a cracking job moving through the field, just showing why he's so highly rated in the paddock.
And here's how things are shaping up in the team's championship. Prema moved to the top of the table. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So Russian time driver Devon Butler still leads the standings. He's about 5 points clear of Lucas Weber, who is 20 points ahead of us. This of course is Catalonia, still early in the championship. Let's just proceed and see what comes next. It was nice to see our teammate win that race, by the way.
There you are. That was an exciting race. It definitely got people talking about you, which means I was able to secure a quick interview.
Okay, we're all set over here.
Just a minute. Remember, anything you say to the press can go very, very public. So be relaxed, but also be conscious of what you're saying and how it might come across to other people, okay? I think we're ready.
Great. So Emma keeps telling me you're the one to watch this season. If that's true, you'll be doing plenty of these. Just remember, be yourself. And the more you can give me, the better this will go. Right, stand here. Turn a little this way for me. Perfect. Ready? An exciting race today. Let's get your perspective. So you and Lucas are new to the team. How are you settling in?
I'd say I'm settling in well. I've loved that the team has given me some nice perspective and I've been performing to the point that I'm third. So I'd say the team are doing a phenomenal job in helping us. And Lucas is a very exceptional driver.
Okay, so how did you feel about being ordered to give up the position to Lucas?
At that point in time, I was losing power. Much as I was leading the race, I felt that it was the right thing to do.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Yeah, and that's
Hey, look, I know that wasn't easy letting me pass, but it was the right choice. It was good driving.
Yeah, that's how I describe it, mate. Just good, not great. 1 in 6. 1 in 6 makes the leap to F1. The other 5 are still watching their less talented teammates collect all their points. Shame, really. A lot of great drivers never get their chance because they do it all for the team.
Those teams got us here.
Yeah, but it's the drivers that take the risk. We should get the rewards. You ever won a race in F1? That's how winners think.
And remind me, how many F1 races have you won?
Watch this space. At the end of this championship, I'll be the one lifting the trophy, and I won't use my teammates to nick the podium.
Okay, I'm out. You believe what you want, Devon, but it's still early days.
He's either very clever or you're just a pushover. You really think if the situation was reversed, he'd do the same for you? You want to start looking out for yourself. No one else will.
Look at them go! Devon Butler locked in wheel-to-wheel racing with his championship rival, desperate to shut them down and stop them getting past. And there's contact! Butler simply left them nowhere to go. There was just no way for them to have avoided that. And look, there's significant damage. Not sure if that was down to recklessness or sheer aggression, but I'm sure the stewards are going to have something to say very shortly.
Don't give up. You're still in this race.
Very reminiscent of Austria 2016.
Okay, the stewards have awarded Devon a penalty. Push on. You can still catch him. You can still beat him. Devon is coming in for a stop. Devon's currently in 6th place, P6.
Bit of a wide exit, but I have fresher, super soft tires. The traction is just enough for a good exit and just to get on with it. Next up, George Russell.
You're 4 places down on Devon. Devon's currently in 6th place, P6.
A very good third sector.
Nice work, that brings you up a place. Devon is 3 places ahead of you right now.
Making steady progress.
Devon's currently in 6th place, P6.
Big corner cut there. Started turning
You're
in
increasing
too
the gap
early.
to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
Oh, we got the run on Gunther now. P2 has DRS, so got a better exit. us space on the outside.
Devon's currently in 6th place, P6.
Return the favor. Next up, Albon. He's more on the inside. Try to outbrake
Devon
him
is ahead of you.
between the limits. We get DRS for good measure, which Butler will be lacking. Let's once more go for the turn 3. I'm gonna go on the outside. I have so much more pace this time.
Brilliant. Nice move. Devon behind. This is your final lap of the race.
We'll see. Once you get the hang of the F2 car, it's a little bit interesting.
Devon sat in P8.
It's looking possible that Albon can help us grab a lot more points than Butler did. If Butler's in the lead by the time we get to these corners, he'll stay in front. Lando Norris wins from Colleen team. We're gonna bring home P6.
Devon is behind you. Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
2 P6 finishes.
Brilliant stuff from Carlin today. What a superb victory. So, Davide, what did you make of that?
Well, it was a bit of a roller coaster, I think. There will be a lot of cheering for today's winner. Frankly, I'm amazed that Devon Butler only received a penalty for that collision earlier. But watching the rival he knocked out actually come back and beat him, that made this whole race worthwhile for me.
As we can see, it's time for the podium, and I can see the Carlin team underneath our commentary box going crazy as their driver walks out. It was a great win, and it means a great deal to this team. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. The lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
It's got to be Artem Markelov. He was fast, decisive, Everything you want from a top-class driver.
On to the teams then. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Well, looking at it fully, it seemed like we scored the same number of points as Butler throughout the weekend. We get 2 points for having the fastest lap. And overly sitting P6. Let's see how that affects the standings. We go into the next batch of rounds 16 points behind Devon Butler, seated second in the championship, with Prema leading the constructors by 45 points. Okay, let's advance and see what comes next.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Well, that was a great recovery today. Did you think it was all over when you had the collision with Devon? So did you ever think you'd get the place back from Devon?
It was a huge gap that Devon had made, but with the penalty he had, I just had to drive and get it.
I've seen that you and Lucas have been picking up a lot of points recently. What do you think of your championship chances?
With the way we're looking, I'm thinking we might actually do this. We're carrying a lot of momentum. We've had a nice batch of races. I'd say it's a brilliant feeling and we might bring this home.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Claire.
I was looking for you. Well, what can I say? I guess there's no other way to put this, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ever giving you the common respect that all racers deserve, because you don't deserve it, neither of you do. That was the dirtiest driving I've ever seen.
Ridiculous.
My thoughts exactly. I'm taking my line and I get smashed into, I'm fine by the way, thanks for asking. And then I'm penalised for the privilege.
You're unbelievable. You deserved every second of that penalty. Maybe more. I mean, aside from trashing the car, did you ever stop to think that maybe someone could get hurt?
Yeah. Me!
Fine, but winning at any cost is your strategy, not ours. You better watch yourself.
Whatever.
Don't let him get in your head. He knows you're a better driver. So, on the track, stay away from him. He will try to force you into contact. That's how he wins, yeah? Let's get ready for the press briefing.
Yep, Lucas out here playing the role of a very nice team. Now, before proceeding to the last event in this Prologue series, there's a quick news bulletin we're getting from Claire here. First is on driver news in Formula One. Danny Ricciardo set to leave Red Bull for Renault at the end of the season as Alonso announces retirement. Throughout the 2018 season has seen some huge bombshells in the driver market. Danny Ricciardo announced that he would leave Red Bull's seat to make a name for himself in another team, which he found out to be Renault. This comes amid tensions with teammate Max Verstappen, coupled with engine issues that have plagued the Australian driver throughout the season. The ultimate decision was made by the latest Monaco Grand Prix winner, with Red Bull still keen on keeping him but not able to secure likable terms. The speculation around his replacement are tied to yet another big story from the paddock. Two-time world champion Fernando Alonso has announced his retirement at the end of the season. The latter has had a very difficult time with the Papaya McLaren outfit, which has led to him calling it quits on the sport. These two moves have led to several driver shifts, Renault driver Carlos Sainz having been linked with Red Bull's seat because of his time at Toro Rosso is instead moving to McLaren to replace the leaving driver Fernando Alonso. Though not mentioned here, Stefan Van Dorn was also leaving, but we'll get to that in a bit. Red Bull's replacement could be one of several upcoming talents. The junior team drivers Brandon Hartley and Pierre Gasly, as well as promising academy prospect Brandon Gahole, who was made a name for himself in the Formula 2 championship. More driver moves involve Kimi Raikkonen leaving Ferrari for Alfa Romeo and the return of Robert Kubica to the Williams Racing after a long-term injury. No doubt the 2019 season is going to be one for the ages. And looking at team news, Red Bull are to lose their driver and their engine supplier. Red Bull Racing seems to be in crisis. Not only are they losing their driver Daniel Ricciardo to Renault, but they're also losing their partnership with the company as their engine suppliers. Several mechanical issues over the years have led to team boss Christian Horner making the big move to cut ties with the French manufacturers. Talks are ongoing with Honda to create a partnership that would see the Milton Keynes-based team have more say in the development of their powertrain, with the Austrian outfit having a huge gap to Ferrari and settling for third place in the championship. The risk they are taking is huge, but may just be the thing they need to get the edge over their closest rivals while chasing the dominant Mercedes outfit. And in more news, political issues with the Force India team owner Vijay Mallya have forced him to leave the team that has seen the outfit change to BWT Racing Point. Though absolutely disheartening, this could be the change that the midfield team could this be the change that the midfield team need to establish a position for themselves in the sports. In sports news, a close title fight in the F2 Championship is making headlines. The regulation changes in Formula One have made the Drivers' Championship more of a fait accompli, with Mercedes having both the car and the driver to deliver. With this going on, the F2 Championship has seen a fierce rivalry rise. With Abu Dhabi Grand Prix around the corner, a lot of talk is going around the two protagonists in the duel, Devon Butler and Brandon Kohole, as well as Lucas Weber, George Russell, Lando Norris, Yuki Tsunoda, and others who have not mentioned. I believed Alex Albon is also among them, being scouted by Formula One teams in the hope of having their services for the upcoming season. And in more sports news, environmental movements and a check on carbon emissions have led to the beloved Hockenheim ring being removed from the sports calendar. The 2019 edition will be the last iteration of the German Grand Prix until further notice. A more detailed report on the Formula 2 rivalry is on the page Rising Stars in the Formula 2 Championship, still written by Claire. She writes, the 2018 second tier of Formula 1 has been making huge headlines, greatly due to the close fight in the World Drivers' Championship. Looking to make an impression on Christian Horner and Dr. Helmut Marko, Kenyan-American Red Bull Academy driver Brandon Kohole has been a talking point in the sport who has led to its heightened popularity. With him scoring points and showing consistency in the sport's second division, the Prema Racing driver has displayed grit, persistence, and above all racecraft, which fans and pundits are taking a keen interest in. His fight for glory has put him in the crosshairs of another ace racing driver, the Brit from the Ferrari Academy, Devon Butler. The latter has had a more aggressive take on rivalry with some questionable encounters on the track, fiery interviews with the media, and, according to sources, turmoil creation in the paddock. The end results of this season have been greatly anticipated, with Formula One scouts being the most important part of the audience for these two drivers. Alright, with all that in mind, let us now proceed to our last event in this prologue series.
So here we are in Abu Dhabi. Each and every event in the Formula 2 calendar has led us here to this, the final event of the championship, and one that promises to be a spectacle every bit as exciting as we might have hoped. So the Yas Island circuit offers 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in two places, turns 8 and 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed, and plenty of excitement for the fans, no doubt. Joining me for one last time here this year is Davide Valsecchi. Davide, I'm glad you're here because I think I'm going to need help processing all this. Surely, this is as exciting as it gets.
Yeah, you're right, Alex. It's the perfect finale. Two drivers, rivals of season, now going into the final race tied on points. both way out in front at the top of the standings, meaning whichever of these two drivers cross the line first will be crowned champion. I can't wait.
Las Marinas circuit. We're gonna switch our setup just a little bit. Add a little bit of aerodynamics on the front. 60% on differential, 40 off. Brakes are gonna put the bias at 56. Tires seem to have some nice amount of pressure. All we need to do for this race is beat Devon Butler. But if our tidings are good and we win the race, that would be even better. Alright, let's send it, see if we can make it to be Formula 2 champions.
Okay, this is it. Last race of the season. All you have to do is finish in the points ahead of Devon, and the next time we see each other, you'll be the F2 World Champion. No pressure then. Good luck.
Alright, our engineer there giving us some good news. With the driver setup going on as it is, we really need to perform well in this race. Ideally win the championship, just to give it back to Devon Butler because he sometimes has very tough words in his speech. But then again, as was mentioned before, he takes it more to the media, but we let our driving do the talking for us. Pit strategy is going to be a no stop, 11 laps in the softs just to see this race through. We can change our fuel load. I did a bit of a change in our setup. So yeah, let's see how this goes.
Devon's currently in P5.
We'll start off P9 behind Lando. We'll take the inside line. And with the chase on Marco.
Devon is 3 places ahead of you right now.
See if he commits. Gonna go on the outside. Just like that, we gain another place. Now we chase on George Russell. We'll go on the inside again. Too hot, now a bit of a lockup. So ahead of me is the F2 World Championship.
Well done, mate. Nice start. Devon is next. Be careful if you go for the overtake. Good job, nice overtake.
Just like that, our very gutsy move. Takes us to P5. I did not get a collision warning. So I think it went well. DRS. Gonna use the slipstream and then outbrake him. Bad exit through the chicane. We're able to capitalize now. Got Latifi and his teammate Albon.
Devon's currently in 6th place, P6.
Try down the inside. Wanted contact. Albon is not giving it up, so I'm gonna let him go. Cool move by me. I'm just gonna start over.
Devon's currently in 6th place, P6.
Have a better exit here. On the outside. With a bit
Okay,
of
good
room.
work. Great pass.
Now we're into the podium positions. Albon back for round 2.
Devon's currently in 6th place, P6. The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form.
Slowly catching up to the leader. Good exit there. Might we do it here?
Nice work, that brings you up a place.
Go. Beat him to the apex. Just like that.
This is your final lap of the race.
So it seems we're gonna take it here. In our last race in the 2018 F2 Championship. We're gonna win it and secure the driver's title. The last time through these left-handers.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream for any racing driver. We have a new Formula 2 World Champion. Great effort there from Prema to take the victory today. Talk to me, Davide. Was it everything you hoped for?
Everything and more. He had it all. The rival, the tension, the excitement. These two drivers have been locked in fierce competition all season. And to see it comes down to head-to-head battle for the line like this, well, this kind of things doesn't happen very often. Devon put in a good performance throughout the championship, but today the accolade goes to his rival and the new Formula 2 champion.
That result also seals the Formula 2 World Championship title. Congratulations to our winner after an incredible season. We see a new name at the top of the championship table as we reach the end of the race weekend. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
It's a difficult call, but I'm going to give it to the Prema driver. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times. So I don't think anyone did a better job today.
So then, after today's event, Prema have claimed the team's championship. And after all that excitement, I think it's time for a lie down. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you when Formula 2 returns.
And there we have it. We ended up winning the race with about a second advantage over Lando Norris. Russell came in third, Lucas Weber fourth, and Devin Butler finished fifth. Other big names to note are Alexander Albon in the dance finishing sixth. He had given us a rough battle to get third place. Camara ended up being seventh. Interesting. Yeah, but overall that comes down to how it went in F2 Championship. We're gonna advance from here. Let's get our last report from Claire, and then we're gonna move on to Formula 1.
First of all, congratulations. You must be thrilled. Wow, you're the driver's champion. How does it feel?
It feels great. I mean, hard-fought season, and I'm really pleased with the results.
So that was a thrilling end to the season. How was the race for you?
It was a tricky start, losing positions at the start, still getting used to driving an F2 car that I haven't done in so many years. So I'd say it wasn't easy, but I'm happy with the result.
Wow, we've been hearing rumours of a possible future for you in Formula 1. Care to comment?
Yeah, and I'd say I don't like to speculate, but if any of the F1 teams are interested, I'd definitely take the call. That's very conservative. We're trying to be aggressive and go for that Red Bull seat. But then again, aggressive cautiousness. So some cautious aggression. We're gonna go with, all I can say is love the opportunity.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Congratulations, mate. F2 champion.
Hey, congratulations. Enjoy it, because it's the last time it'll ever happen.
Devon, it's okay to be upset. You came very close.
Yeah, we know things would have turned out very differently if I didn't get slapped with that ridiculous penalty.
What is it with you and complaining?
Look, somehow you managed to do a lot of things right today. That's great. You needed the win, I didn't. For me, this was always just a stepping stone to F1. Oh, you two. You got your work cut out for you now that I'm gone. See, you're gonna have to prove to everyone it was more than just luck that got you here.
Sure. Winning one race is luck. Winning the championship is talent.
Really? Next time you use that incredible talent to ram into someone and steal all their points, remember they won't be as forgiving as I am. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I gotta run. Yeah, things to sign, important paperwork and all that. I'm sure you understand. Ciao!
So, with this big win, you're going to be getting a lot of interest. All I can say is choose wisely, or else you might end up with someone like Devon as your teammate. Come on, let's go celebrate.
We now receive a new news bulletin from Claire. Gohole wins Formula 2 championship is what the title says. 2018 Formula 2 World Championship indeed lived up to its reputation. The fight came to the very last feature race in Abu Dhabi and was to be determined by whomever of the two championship contenders crossed the line first. Butler cast his lot first by out-qualifying his rival, but when the rubber met the tarmac, he couldn't step up to the challenge, being able to only muster 5th place. On the other side, Gohole showcased a drive worthy of 4 victories at once: the race, the driver of the day, and both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. With continued talks with Red Bull boss Christian Horner seeming to go well, it's looking concrete that the young driver might be Ricciardo's replacement for next year. Alright, let's proceed now to the next part of the prologue.
Ah, welcome. Come on in. Take a seat. It's time we had the big conversation about your next move. Your performance at the F2 Championships last year got you a lot of attention from the Formula 1 teams. Some of it more positive than others. I'm not so concerned with who does or doesn't like you. You'll have plenty of time to win the doubters over. But I am concerned with our choices. They're narrowing as we haven't shown commitment to anyone. Now, as your agent, my advice is to make your decision now. We can worry about comfort and finer points further down the line. I need you to review these. You've earned every single one of these proposals. So take your time, have a read through, and don't get too hung up on specifics. Let's get you a Formula 1 seat.
Now, just from the offset of this career, I had mentioned my interest in joining Red Bull Racing Team. So that's what we're gonna go for. Contract expectations, I'm expected to qualify 6th and above for each race. Team order is for me to be the second driver, and of course team goal is hard. Now this is viewing that Red Bull is the 3rd best team in the group. So if it's the 2 Mercedes, the 2 Ferrari, and then I'm the 2nd driver, so that's basically how it's gonna look. If cases are to come by where Verstappen needs priority, that's how it's going to look. I'll decide on how I deal with that as things progress. And yes, Max Verstappen will be my team.
Excellent choice. From my conversations with them, they're going to be very excited to pursue this opportunity with you. I'll let them know our intentions immediately. I'll have to clean up some final details with them, but that's what you pay me for. Other than that, congratulations. You've earned it.
New news bulletin from Claire. Formula One sees the greatest number of driver moves in recent history. And as the scrolling bulletin will show, some of them are mentioned up here. She writes, several factors came into play when it came to driver selection after the tumultuous 2018 season. Ricciardo's decision to join Renault, the end of an era for Raikkonen and Ferrari, Alonso's retirement, an enthralling charge of F2 rookies, and a return of a legend after years of injury. The draft for this new season is a mix of fresh, unexpected, and intriguing, to say the least. The biggest headline, greatly tied to last season's F2 championship, is Brandon Gahole joining Red Bull after a majestic performance in the second division. He teams up with Max Verstappen and brings in a totally new dynamic to the team. His career will be viewed with great scrutiny as he has big shoes to fill, and possibly drink from. Other moves that have rocked the sport as a result of the aforementioned factors are, of course, Kimi Raikkonen moving to Alfa Romeo and Ricciardo to Renault, which caused Carlos Sainz to move to Ferrari, replacing Fernando Alonso, who is retiring, Lucas Webber joining Haas, replacing Kevin Magnussen, Devon Butler becoming Ferrari's latest driver, replacing Kimi Raikkonen and being a rookie for Ferrari, which has not been seen in a while. Lando Norris replaces Stoffel Van Dorn for the McLaren seat. Robert Kubica returns to the sport after 8 years of absence due to injury. His services will be bolstered by the young and eager Brit rookie George Russell in Williams. And finally, Lance Stroll, following his father's takeover of the team, will see him join Racing Point. And I believe that's gonna be that for this episode. Let me know in the comments what you like about it, what we can do differently. And yeah, see you soon. Take care, guys.